Welcome back. Episode 6, R32 restoration. Today we're going to install the front suspension components. I'll show you what I picked up. I'm going to go for a bit of a better production on this episode because I've watched through some of the old ones and they're a bit pants. Rear anti-roll bar drop links, drive shafts. Drive shafts, rear anti-roll bar, front anti-roll bar, top mounts, bump stops for the rear, but they were good anyway. Front brake clip things and front springs. So today's first job is going to be to take the disc guards off of the old R32 hub assembly and put them onto the EOS hub assembly. So we'll set you up for that now. I've only got one bolt left to remove. They're a little bit rusty, so a little bit of heat does help. I've tried this one, it won't go without a little bit of heat. T30 Torx. There we go. I'll just put this disc guard on the EOS hub. With the EOS fixings because they're a lot better condition. That. We don't need that. Right, next job is to get this old anti-roll bar off. So all I've done there is taken a bit of the weight of the spring, or the pressure off the spring, using the clamps. I don't want to be promoting people. I do it anyway myself, but I don't want to be promoting people just buzzing the nut off the end and the spring flying off. Because it quite easily break a wrist or an arm doing that. So I will do it properly to show you. Now when we buzz this top mount nut off to get the spring off and change the top mount, see there's play there now, so the spring's under no tension. Well, it is, but it's under tension. That's being clamped by the two clamps. So I can buzz this nut off and the top mount should just fall out. I should be able to pull the spring off. I'll show you. 21 I think. 21 mil I think these are. Ooh, 22. 22. Let's hope that these come straight off. see the watch. You won't be able to see it, but the actual fescalized portion of the strut, this bit, will spin. It is and it isn't. It's not spinning. Nut is off. Top mount, old top mount, and there's the springs. And now, because they're being clamped by the spring clamps, they didn't fuck off over the road. And now I can slowly take the tension off these spring clamps one by one. Watch your fingers there. Do a bit at a time so you don't ping the other one off. That one's completely off. There'll be a little bit left on this one. Here we go. Spring clamps off, spring removed nice and safely. Now this is a boring bit, I'm gonna clean up, oh, I need him down, I've got a tripod. I'm gonna clean up this strut, give the disc guard a bit of a wire wheel while we're here, because I might paint that, might be one of the driveway jobs to paint it, and then I'll put it all back together, but I'll show you that with all the new components. And what that's then done is compress the spring enough so I can get the top mount on and get a couple of threads on the nut. Like that, like so. There we go, like that. Get our 22mm socket. Take the spring clamps off. And that is one strut ready to be installed. But what I will do is I'll just put Big Lad on max chat, which she is. I'll tell you what, I'll even do better than that. Take the extension out. There we go, one strut ready to be installed. Bilstein shock, about 30 or 40mm lower in spring. And I think the next job is to chuck it in the car. I'll meet you there. Oh, I look rough. Got a trim booked in tomorrow. The first job will be to get the strut assembly fitted. So I'll angle you fine people this way. You might see me putting 3 bolts that I salvaged from the EOS. I've just cleaned them up, a bit of a wire wheel again. 3 bolts going in, that'll secure the top mount. I won't do them that tight yet. And then we'll get the drive shaft in next. So, we've got that. Come on, you fucker. It's heavy wrinkles. One's in. I ain't gonna tighten them all the way yet, like I said. Bit of copper grease just to try and give whoever next takes these off, or whoever is the next person to take these off, the best chance they can without them seizing. What we're now going to do is the drive shaft. We'll use 6 of these little spline bolts into these 6 holes around the output shaft, or the output flange of the gearbox, to secure the drive shaft in. Let's go. Here's the drive shaft. Don't know what you're going to see of this. I'm not particularly going to try because the drive shaft's pretty straightforward. I'm just going in with the 3/8 impact. I'll deal that with a 1/2 inch big lad in a minute. It's number 6 now, last one. So I'll swap my tool in. Over to the big boy. And I'll give him only a little buzz up with this, I don't want to overdo him. Catalog on Volkswagen's part catalog, and I noticed it. The price RRP of 1100 quid. Right, that's 6 times drive shafts done up. Now I'll get the drive shaft into the back of the wheel bearing, which is bolted to the hub. See how nicely this goes. Giving it a little twist sometimes helps. You can spin either the drive shaft or the. There we go. Now the drive shaft's in there. What I'll do is I will put the nut on slightly to stop it coming out. It's pretty much done. Now ball joint into the bottom of the wishbone, or the lower arm. There we go, like that. So the drive shaft's tight there. We've got the nut on, which we'll do it when it's on the floor with all 4 wheels on. The 3 in the top need a bit of a cring tighten. I do need to get this strut thing in. There we go, like that. No, I haven't done that. I'll do that later. Straighten the disc guard back out a little bit. See, now what I want to be doing is giving this disc guard a lick of paint, but I'm not going to. Get the anti-roll bar drop link on. Yep. Now the springs in as well. This thing, I still need to do this on the rear, so someone remind me. But this is because it's got the xenon headlights, this is the little arm that tells the car, there we go, that's back in, where the suspension, or what attitude the suspension's at, or the car's at. So it can then angle the lights accordingly. It's a legal requirement, as are the headlight washers with projector bulbs. Right, now I'm doing the brakes, just rebuilding them. Just clean the sliders off a little bit, give them a bit of copper slip to keep them nice and lubbed up. There's the whole flat one there. That's in. Just a little 7mm. And then I can push that out of the way. Nicely slide in, look at that. Not far off chucking some pads in, I don't think. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, I've got to take it all back off. Right, so you join me now. Excuse me. The disc's back on. Carrier's back on. I've given it a quick clean up. I'll now put the actual caliper on. If this is even called the bloody caliper, I don't even know what this is. I'll put the sliding pins back in, lubed them up a little bit, cleaned them up and lubed them up. Now I've lubed the disc up. I'll put the disc back on, but we've got a little bit of pitting corrosion. I don't know if you'll notice it just down here. It's dotted, there are bits dotted around the disc. I'm going to try and put it through a disc because, fuck me, I can't speak. I'm going to try and put it through a test because these discs are 370 quid for a new set. And I don't really want to put solids on the front and then dimpled and grooves on the rear, understandably. Especially as the rear have got the bitey pads on as well, yellow, red stuff, whatever they are. So now would be a wonderfully appreciated time if everybody would like this video, so I can blow up and get an EBC sponsor. That would be fantastic. I'm being unrealistic, I know that's not going to happen. If I have to do it, I have to do it. Whatever. You just put the expensive discs on. What can I do about it? Absolutely nothing. Although I could get some. There's a guy, friends with my father-in-law, does. He'll actually probably be able to cut this pattern into the disc, or CNC this pattern into a brand new disc. So I can just get a solid disc and get it to look like an EBC disc, I suppose. Put the little caps back on anyway, probably blabbering on again now. I have to slide some pads in a second. These are the bolts that hold the caliper together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buzz these clean quickly so everything's fresh as it's going back together. Alright, so they're all clean. They've all been wire wheeled. Now I need some pads. Where are the pads? That shit anyway. Bloody pad level wear sensor. Wear level sensor. Oh, maybe I am going to use that because I've got a plug here for it. Huh. Maybe I will. Oh my god, I got the wrong fucking pads. Because they're not even fat enough to go with the disc. Look at that, there's gap. It's like that much. Whatever. Those pads don't fit. What's there left for me to do? There's nothing. Track rod ends on, anti-roll bar drop links on to the strut and the anti-roll bar, bore joints on the bottom. Drive shaft isn't tight, but I'll do that when it's on the floor on all four wheels. Brakes tight on. There's no point rebuilding the brake yet. So I've now got the laborious task of removing the other side. Right, we've had a good day. The near side front is back together, more or less. As you can see, I just need to order the correct pads. The offside front is now removed. Lovely. And I've stripped the brake guard off the R32 strut, fitted it to the EOS strut. Clean the strut up a little bit, the damper, wire wheeled the brake guard, and I have fitted the new spring. All that's left on this one is to grind off the last bit of the anti-roll bar drop link and then fit it to the car. So that's this episode done. I'm about 3 or 4 behind now. I've got a couple of videos filmed, just not edited yet. So you won't see this one probably for 2 weeks. It's now the 27th of September. Maybe when you see it, she'll be on the road. Hopefully not, hopefully I'll catch up by then. And again, I know I always say it, thanks for watching. Safe.